Hi, this is Corey McCarthy, and welcome to a new episode of Fit, Formidable, and Fantastic. That's right, go F yourself, and happy Friday. I hope you've all had a good week. I've just gotten back from training, and I was going to do something else this week, but I decided that I wanted a part rant, part motivational video instead, based on some things that I've been hearing, some things that I've seen, some things that I've heard. What I want to get here is people who complain or pick on people who put out effort and put out work. You know, whether it be men who have a great physique, and you get these haters who will pick on them and universally claim, oh, it must be steroids. If they're bigger than me or more ripped than me or some combination of the two, it must be steroids or it must be synthol. And you'll see them name drop a bunch of chemicals and shit. You know, as they may or may not even understand how these chemicals work. Or you'll have women, and you'll have a woman with a great body. And then you'll have, you know, women pick on them. Men will call them whores or something, and women will say, oh, fake tits, or they starve themselves, or they must have no life. I've heard all this shit. I've heard some in person. I've seen some in writing. You know, you can't, if you're on the internet nowadays and you're a member of any fitness group or any fitness site where user comments are allowed, you're not going to be able to help yourself but see this kind of hate and vitriol. So I wanted to do a video that was a bit of a rant and also a bit of a motivational video. Let me get this straight. Unfortunately, yes, breast implants are a part of women's physique contests, modeling, etc., etc. And I'm not saying that all, but I'm saying yes, a good majority of competitors do use breast implants. And the reason for that is because when you lose weight, when a woman loses weight, her breasts are going to shrink. So when you're dialing in for a show, yes, your breasts are going to shrink. So to maintain that size, or even, I guess, to add a little augmentation to it, they do get breast implants. I'm not saying that's a great thing. I'm just saying it's a part of the industry. But it shouldn't take away from a woman's hard work and a woman's dedication to her diet and the time and everything and all the effort that goes into her body. And the same thing with men. Yes, unfortunately, steroids are a part of the industry. Now, not everyone uses steroids. I think there's more of a predominance of women with fake boobs than there are men using steroids who have good bodies. You can be a natural. I'm a natural. I know some naturals who are actually lower body fat and look great. And they've been natural their entire, I guess you could say, lifting career, from the day they picked up their first weight till now. So yes, steroids are unfortunately a part of the sport, especially the higher up you go, the bigger and more freaky the physiques. Of course, they're a part of the sport. But it doesn't take away from the hard work and the effort and the dedication to diet and training and the sacrifice, yes, sacrifice for social life and family time and everything else and even their own free time. For instance, maybe they work a day job and then they go and train in the evening. I know I do this. I work a job during the day and then I go and train in the evening like a second job. You know, I get home, and when the day's said and done, from the moment I wake up around like 7 a.m. to the time I get home, it's like 10:30, close to 11 o'clock. That's just how my days roll, because I'm very busy. You know, and that's just two things that I do. I have other things I do too. But enough about me here. The point I'm trying to get to is that yes, there are enhancements out there, and people like to drop these as what I see as excuses. It's like, well, you know, she looks great, but she's got fake boobs, or he looks good, but he's on steroids. As if that takes away from the effort to diet and training these people have put in. It doesn't. For instance, with steroids, you're still going to have to work. You're still going to have to fucking eat correctly. Maybe you can loosen up a little bit on diet, because steroids do allow a little leeway there, but you're still going to have to fucking work. And these women, just fake boobs or not, to get to that level of body fat, to get that kind of physique, you know, musculature for whatever their particular division might be, they still have to fucking work and they still have to fucking diet. That's just how it is. There's no way around that. If you take steroids, you can't just fucking sit on a chair and it's not gonna fucking make you grow. Maybe you could add a little muscle doing very little with steroids, but it's not gonna make you grow to the proportions that will give you a really desirable physique. And that's not even looking at the sacrifice of time and everything else that goes into this. It's like a second job for some people. And for some people, when they are making enough from modeling or whatever, or supplement contracts or what have you, it becomes their job. But for a lot of people, it's like a second job. What I'm trying to get at here is that people who complain, clearly their nerves are pinched in some capacity by something they see. Clearly it's something they would desire, but either they can't, don't think they can, or won't put the effort and time into achieving at the level that it takes. Maybe they might diet to a degree and work out, from a hobbyist level to a somewhat intense level, but they don't put in that leave it all on the floor, fine-tuned diet down to the fucking decimal point of macronutrients, of grams of macronutrients that it fucking takes, or that some people put in to achieve those extreme results. And yes, genetics play a big part too, but even people without the greatest genetics still put in effort. They still have to put in time, and they can still create a great body for their genetics. It may not be the best genetic specimen, but they can put in time for their genetics and create the best. It's all about creating the best thing for you, for your genetics with what you were given. Go in there and give all you got. Pay attention to your diet. If it means a lot to you, you'll work for it. You'll put the effort out. Instead of complaining, instead of worrying about person X, Y, or Z and what they're doing or what they're not doing or speculations, focus on you. Focus on you. Focus on working on your body, sculpting your body for your needs and your goals and your vision. Your body is your canvas. And your body can become your piece of artwork that you can display, either as a model or just walking around, maybe going to the clubs or whatever you desire. That is your body. So work on it. Because when it comes to physique, when it really comes down to it, what you put in is what you're going to get out. If you put in a quarter of an effort, you're going to get out a quarter of quality. You half-ass, you're going to get a half-assed result. This is still a frontier where you can't just snap your fingers and have it appear. You can't just, you can't buy a fucking good body. You can hire a trainer, but he's going to still, or she's going to still make you work. You can hire a dietitian, but you still got to fucking eat the diet and stick to it. When it comes down to it, this is still a frontier where you can't fucking download it, you can't fucking buy it. It's just something that you've got to achieve and you've got to earn. So, what I'm getting at here, and I'm sorry I'm a bit all over the map because, like I said, I just got from training and I heard some things at the gym, not directed towards me, but directed towards somebody. It was two girls talking about a girl who wasn't even there, who I guess had a really good body, and they were just ranting about it. And they were basically picking her apart. But when it comes down to it, it's your body. Work on it. Put in the time. Put in the effort. If it's important to you, you will make it happen. You will give it your best. You will go in there and you will really give it. But, if it's not important to you, I guess you'll just complain. You'll be one of the haters. You'll toss around attacks at people who do put in the effort and do put in the work. Forget about the fucking steroids. And focus on the effort, focus on the work, focus on the diet. And if you want to use steroids, whatever, it's your choice. If you don't want to use steroids, fine too. But work. Create the best body that you can, with your genetics and what you're willing to give. Anyway, I don't really have anything else to to add to this. It irks me because I see it all the time, and people don't seem to understand the dedication and hard work that these people put in, and they assume it's all just cheating, or they'll take away the weight of someone's work and dedication, and they'll start picking apart other things, and it's like, not seeing the forest for the trees. Anyway, if you have anything you want to add to this, you want to share, you want to debate, whatever, drop it below as per usual in the comments. You guys have a good weekend. I'll see you on Monday for a Meatless Monday episode as usual. Otherwise, stay fit, stay formidable, and stay fantastic. See you around.